First, before I get started, I have to give a huge, and I do mean a huge shout out to Game J5 on Twitter for actually writing under one of my posts on Twitter, because they said they had to write this message to me on there because they couldn't find a way to actually send this to me any other way. But I'm glad they found out, they thought of me enough to send this to me, considering this is a story that I've been staying on top of ever since it first happened last year. So this is a huge breaking story right here involving Quawan Charles. According to a lot of reports that have just gone out today, it is currently February 9th, 2021. Janet Irvin has been found and she has been arrested. Finally. Now, remember, I kept saying, like, what is taking them so long to try to find her? They have all the evidence, or, you know, what could lead to an arrest for her. What's taking them so long to find her? Now, I haven't read the article yet. I don't know where they found her. I don't know where she was headed. But, like, my assumptions for the longest time is that her and her son were making a break for the border. Now, I'm going to find out today if my assumption was correct. Hopefully, if they mention it in the article. So this article that I'm reading from comes from KLFY.com. The Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office has arrested Janet Irvin in an investigation into the death of Quawan Bobby Charles. According to Ronald Haley, the attorney representing the Charles family, Irvin faces charges of contributing to the delinquency of a minor and a failure to report a missing child. The Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office is expected to make a statement on this arrest later today. Local activist organization Stand Black called Irvin's arrest a step forward to justice in the teen's mysterious death. Today is a starting point, but this is a marathon and not a sprint. Now we must mobilize to change laws that protect against these sorts of atrocities, the organization's co-founder Jamal Taylor said. We must pass legislation that protects children and laws that reform police accountability. And right now it just says that it is a developing story. So that's pretty much all the article stated. I even went to go see if there was anything else that could have been written about this story that wasn't put in this article. But every article right now is the same because it's still a developing story. So the answer to my question still hasn't been resolved yet, and that is, where was she found? Like, where was she headed? Also, what about her son? Because her son was with her. As far as I'm concerned, he was also involved because he was there as well with her when Quawan went missing, and of course when he later died. So it's still some missing pieces there. I mean, this is a good step right here that they did find her and she is now in police custody. But I would like to know, where has she been this entire time? Because her and her son had literally been on the run since November. It is now almost mid-February. Practically it is mid-February when they finally get her. So where were they? Where did they find them? Because I highly doubt that they stayed in the area. That would have been dumb on their part to stay there, or it would have been slack on the department's fault, even though they've been real slack on this case since the beginning. If she stayed there and she was right there under their nose the entire time. But I truly believe that she and her son were making a break for that border because, you know, Louisiana, you know, it probably wasn't that much of a hard of a travel. But the fact of the matter is, her and her son had been on the run since November. And when I say since November, I'm talking about early November. We're talking about right around the time either before or a little bit after the election. So you got to think that was early November, like the first week of November. In December, that's a month. January, that's 2 months. February, that's almost 2.5 months that they've been on the run. And like I said, I highly doubt that they were in the area. They left that area. They probably, like I'm telling you, they probably found them in another state, or at the least in another part of Louisiana. But it's not like they didn't have their pictures out there, you know, saying that she was wanted. But like I said, also, they were very slack with this. It's almost like they wanted her to get away. But this is one major piece right here that I wanted to hear, was that they finally captured her and that she's finally been arrested and she's in police custody. Now, about them charges that they got, those charges seem a little bit light, but I think that's what they can get on her right now until they can actually prove that she was the one that was involved with his murder. But let's be real here. She and her son were the last ones to see him. The story that she gave before, when that last update that I gave, none of that stuff made sense to what she gave in that audio. None of it. Even they came out and said that her story was messed up and it had a lot of loopholes in it. Not a loophole, a lot of holes in it, period. So we'll see what goes on from here. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, please text the number that is linked down below to receive notifications every time I upload a new video.